Ready, set, go, 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 go.
I said I'm with the soul trap. I said I'm with the soul trap. It's a bitch. Hey.
What is going on? This is your boy Two Benji,
And I am Selena Dream.
and you are now tuning in with
Striving it, saving one soul at a time.
Streaming live on our Black Media Network. You know what I'm saying? Before we go ahead and get into the conversation for today, I want to know, man, how you feeling today, brother? How you feeling?
I feel great. I just came back in from getting some sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel great. I feel clear. I feel free. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about the topic about. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't got no complaints, man. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm waiting on what I'm thinking. So, how about you, bro?
Bro, I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling grateful, bro. You know what I'm saying? I made it another day here. You feel me? Not only that, man, we here, bro. You feel me? So I'm just grateful to be here. If y'all do notice, we do not have one of our original members here today. Shouts out to Lady Love, you feel me? But she still tuned in and tapped in, so shouts out to everybody that's on Team No Cap. Try the nets. So today, y'all, I know we are not the only ones who has been seeing the different things that's been going on amongst the media, and not even just amongst the media, but also in person as well. My brother, there has been a couple of incidents that has been happening that I feel we do need to speak up on, just so we can get that perspective out. If you all are not familiar, today's topic is going to be, for one, today is a men's safe space. I want everybody to tap in, make sure that you share, make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe and comment. Y'all, this is an open discussion, so any topics, anything that you got, just send it in. We in this together.
Facts. For real, let's engage, let's interact.
So today it's a men's safe space, and the topic is going to be controlling your emotions. So before we go ahead and dive in too deep on it, I want us to both kind of give our concept of what we feel like today's day and age emotion is. Like, what does the typical emotional male look like in today's time?
Okay. Like the typical emotional male. In today's time, to me, a killer, I ain't gonna count. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the killers today, you know what I'm saying, are very emotional. You know what I'm saying? Very emotional. Don't know, you know what I'm saying, how to control their emotions, don't know what it means to control or master their emotions, or how to feel and deal with their emotions. So that's why you have so much, I feel you have so much killings, and especially with people who normally don't even, you know what I'm saying, don't even rock like that. It's because of their emotions. Their emotions is so stirred up, and it's so immediately they act off that emotion. I hate you. You know what I'm saying? I want it immediately. It's so, whatever just happened, it struck them so hard, it makes them want to take that other person off this earth. And they not thinking clearly about what it is they're actually doing, what comes after what they doing. They're not thinking about any of that. They're just thinking about that present time and the emotions they feel on that present time. So that's, you know what I'm saying? That's my sense. What about you, bro?
Me, bro, I got a similar definition in a sense. And I feel like today's typical emotional male, for one, I feel like it can be inside of the toughest looking character, or it can be inside of the softest looking character in your personal perspective. But I feel like right now, the people who are portrayed as this villain, or portrayed as this person who is so destructive, I feel like those are typically the people who got those emotional traumas and scars they have not been healing from. Like right now, I feel like we got like a confused state of it. Like you can see some people right now saying, okay, men who evoke their emotions, whether in communication, whether in songs or expressing it, whether they're just not in a calm tone or something like that all the time, they feel like that is like, okay, this is acting emotional. We're not speaking about the people who are doing senseless killings, not even killings, beatings, just different violent type of things that's off emotional trigger. This person may get sad when they got some emotion. This person right here might go to the mall and just have a whole shootout. Like you never know. So either way it go on each side of the spectrum, this got to be put in the bud and it's got to be dealt with. So that's gonna go ahead and bring me to the thing, man. It's gonna bring me to the thing. So y'all, 2 days ago, I don't know if you all are familiar with the Oscars, but Oscars is basically it's an award ceremony. It's different awards that's held there, and the host of this event was Chris Rock. During this event, he's hosting and so forth like that, and it was something that he said towards Will Smith's wife that he didn't take so kindly to, and the action that he took after that was getting on stage and hitting Chris Rock on stage on national television. So this is a discussion I want to have with all of us, because the road that we are on currently and that we are doing, eventually we're going to be there. And these are things that we need to go ahead and have a plan and preparation for, so we can make sure if we do get in certain instances and cases like this, we know what to do, so we're not looking no certain type of way. So before getting too deep, I want to know, bro, what was your thoughts on the whole thing before I get into specifics? Like, as far as just give me a briefing of how you felt about the whole thing happening.
Me, people 1K, I feel like it's a distraction. I feel like it's a huge distraction, even for us to even be talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about it. I just seen something, they say Jim Carrey said Chris Rock should have sued him. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's too much. It's too much there. That on another tip, I noticed how, you know, my mom always says this all the time about how we like in today's world, we get rewarded for doing bad things. After that happened, Will Smith won an Oscar. See what I'm saying? And people don't, like, in that level of the society we live in, that's the case. You know what I'm saying? As a rapper, I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, somebody can catch a body and be a rapper, come home, beat it, and get $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that's the type of time that we living in. I feel you know, being rewarded for doing bad things. So now when you do good things, it's kind of like, it's not more so valued or taken in or received as well as like how it should be or used to be in ancient times. So just two quick things real quick. Just two quick things that I noticed. Yeah, just two quick things.
So it's I agree with that too, bro. The distractions. Honestly, a lot of times when these things happen, there's always something that's going on underneath that. But my whole, as soon as I was able to see that this happened, my whole thing is like, okay, one, the way that this is going to end up affecting us, either way it goes, because like I said, eventually we're going to be in these places. So the way that they conduct themselves, that may be forecasted amongst all of us, depending on how we carry ourselves from this day on out. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was something like, all right, it does need to be assessed. It don't need to be something we ponder on for too long, but it do need to be something like, all right, we need to speak on this, because at the same day and the same time, we got brothers losing their lives right now outside because they don't know how to control their emotions. We seeing, okay, face value, we seeing Will slap somebody. I'm seeing a memory of me in the spot, seeing bro go off on an individual who didn't even do too much in my neighborhood. That's just like a memory snapshot. So I'm like, okay, This can happen in any field you in. No matter if you up here, no matter if you down there. Either way it goes, it gotta hit. Gotta hit. So now that's something for sure.
And like on the like how you say the emotions part, like that's a deep conversation. We gotta get deep.
I got some good.
You know what I'm saying? I have a tattoo of the moon phases. You know what I'm saying? This is for the master of my emotions. You know what I'm saying? This is what it means. The water.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? The water inside of us. Our emotions are water. That's still water that we have to, be one with. And especially as black men, they teach us not to be connected with them, not to feel them, not to, you know what I'm saying? You soft if you feel your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you was saying emotional. You know what I'm saying, bro? You be emotional, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's heard in our community. That's what's projected in our community. So it's hard for us, people that look like us, to really actually know what it means to feel. Because we actually feel everything. We really want to change everything. All emotions is energy that's in motion. So if you have that self-mastery, that self-discipline, and that self-control to direct that energy in motion, that's powerful. Emotions is power. You know what I'm saying? Emotions is just raw power that doesn't have a seal on it yet, that doesn't have a direction, that doesn't have any control, that doesn't have the way that it needs to be in motion. So when you here with it, and you can just, okay, I feel my emotions in here. I feel my gut feeling. I feel my chest caving in. I'm nervous. I have anxiety, whatever the case may be. Because of this situation, you can feel it, let it flow through your body, and then you can say, okay, what's next? How do I respond to me feeling like this? Why do I feel like this? What made me feel like this? Is it because of what this person over here just said? Why did what they just said make me feel this way? You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
No, you got it.
For real, look, we gonna have some real life examples that we finna discuss with y'all. Cause look, we deal with this on a daily basis amongst other individuals. Sometimes we can deal with it with ourselves. This gotta be a normal conversation. We're gonna break it down how we're gonna really make it. The first commercial that we're finna go and hit you all with is the artist commercial. Please make sure that y'all stay tuned, follow, share, support every artist that you see on this artist commercial. Once again, you are tuning in with Driving It. We'll be right back, all right?
Ready, set,
A lot of people wanna wonder why I do this. Friends, this for you.
Oh man, I've been wanna say why for a minute. A lot of people wanna wonder why I'm a Christian, living in the culture. I wasn't kidding, even at the church. Oh, I had a vision. I had a dream that I wanna rap. I really wanna fly queen on my lap. I wanna put the family on the back end, put the whole Gaston team on the map. Yeah, probably heard the sound of a drum. Only drum I never heard was the sound of a gun. Quick cries from the mom on the ground with the son. Worst times of the year when y'all probably had fun.
Memories fading, I try to hold on when I don't know where I belong. No more. The sound of your voice was my all, was my home. But these walls, they can't hear you no more, no more. Searching high and low for peace of mind. I feel the loss of peace of mind.
A.K. let's do it. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Hold up. I run it up like a marathon. Stay gassing up at the marathon. Plug from the jungle to Amazon. He moving them past like he Amazon. My money talking, ramble on. She wanna play, get a gamble on. I know a shoot on every block. All the way to far apart to Campbellton.
What is going on, y'all? We are back with Driving It. Those were the 3 artists that made it to this week's Artist Appreciation. Give it up one more time. know it. So the first artist was Monty. Please make sure that you follow him on all social media platforms and YouTube. Big shouts out. And him and his wife just had their anniversary today. We gotta give up that shit. Real love. Congratulations, man. Real love. Make sure you tap in. The second person, we got Jay Bird. Please make sure that you tap in with Jayla. Not only is she a poet, she's a singer as well. Lauren Hill. Hey, yo. Shouts out to Jay Bird.
Yeah.
The third person, we got Smiley K.
Smiley K.
Yes, please make sure that y'all follow Smiley K. Stay tuned, man. All these people are new music, new content so far that out right now. Please make sure that you tap in. Now we's back with the conversation. Bro, I have a question, but I also would like to announce our guest for today's show. So, these people didn't know that we was gonna be having guests, but you know how I try to like doing one soul at a time. So we're gonna make sure that everything is staying in line. You know what I'm saying? Can we please give it up for one of our members, Tim with a Y, not with an I. If you knew better, you do better.
Don't meet me there, beat me there. You feel me? Peace and blessings. How you doing, bro? My name's Tim with a Y, not with a I. You know what I'm saying? Good to see y'all, boys. Good to see y'all, boys. Get a share? Share one time?
Yeah, man, this is a combo, man. So, my brothers, I got, this is a real deal combo. I had some topics laid out, and I feel like we are the perfect ones to be speaking about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels, I know y'all feel that vibration on the screen.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? So, one thing I wanted us to tap in first, I wanted us to speak on a real life example to however much we wanted to discuss or not to discuss, when we got placed in front of having to control our emotions, whereas this or this could have happened. I want to make it real for us, for the people that's listening, and not only the people that's listening, but for the future listeners as well. I'll go ahead and pop that out and start it off. So, watching, like I said earlier, watching what I had watched earlier and seeing what had happened. For one, realizing we are all human and we've all had cases where the emotions was just a little bit too much. I'll be the first to say I am currently still working on that. I'm still working on my emotions, you know, and I've definitely had cases where my emotions played out a little bit too much than I did. And I say one case right here. Originally, I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I used to be outside a lot. I reside in Adamsville, Georgia. I moved around a lot, but just during this time period, I was staying in Adamsville, Georgia, and I was going to Benjamin E. Mays High School. Shouts out to Mays High School. You know, shouts out to Mays High School. But a lot of things that I used to experience, like going to this school, just being in that area, I used to be in my head a lot. I used to be thinking that I need to act this way or be this way in order to fit in because I was so different. But I didn't understand why. I didn't understand none of that. And I used to like play games. I used to play games on myself. So it took me to a point when I used to like get mad at people for no reason, not even understand. And I don't got nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? Nothing to do with them. But me reading the wrong signs because of whatever I had going on was allowing me to just perceive stuff the wrong way. So I'm putting that out there to say, like, sometimes saying what's on your mind too, so you can really take it in for what it is okay. Like really speaking on that and not just keeping everything so tucked in. Like, dang, why am I feeling like this? Am I supposed to be feeling like this? Like, for however you feeling this, okay, but speak about it and deal with it. Otherwise, it'll just start to project in your reality and other people. You might be a little cancer that pop up in a person because you've been keeping it held in for so long. So all through high school, I'm telling you, like I was dealing with those emotional things because I'm like, for one, you got one person on one side, you're not supposed to be acting emotional. You're supposed to take all this stuff in. The person who carries themselves like a male, how society puts it, supposed to be like this. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to be none of that. Not even realizing I'm bottling in. Shouts out Jay Bird too. Jay Bird. Not even realizing I'm bottling in everything, and that's beginning to project in my reality. Now I'm over here blowing up on a loved one because they trying to help me, but I'm over here taking out some frustration on another person that I'm gonna let carry on my whole day. So y'all really, process your emotions, dealing with understanding it's okay. You're not no less of a man for doing that. You're not no less of a man, nor you know any more of one. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. And it's the things that attach us universal. So that was my goal. Anybody that wanted to tap in.
I'll go ahead and tap in. So, hey, how you doing? Peace and blessings. Tim with a Y, not with an I. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you do better.
You do better.
Don't leave me there.
She was like, she heard you.
Word?
She's like, I heard you.
Yeah.
That's cool. But nah, so I've had a couple of different tests, a few different tests when it comes to my emotions. Me personally, I'm a very emotional person. When you feel it, like, I'm gonna make sure you feel it. You dig what I'm saying? So
his emotions strong. He'll make you feel his emotions.
For real. In the moment. But so I had a choice one day. I'll never forget this day. Honestly, I never told this story outside of the gang, outside of the group. So me and Salim and DJ Richie Rose, we went to Island Breeze. We went to a show. Had got booked for a show. Went on stage, rocked the party. Right? It was a dope night. Cool. On the way out, at the end of the night, on the way out, I'm walking back to my truck, and I see that my truck light is on, and I see a head pop up inside of my car. Somebody is in my car. Type thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what is going on? Hold on, what? And I start running to the car immediately. He see me coming to the car, he gets scared. Oh, nah, back up, and he pull out a tool. Now I have a choice. I have a choice right here to blindly let my emotions get the best of me and rage out and try to go after him or do whatever. I could have died easily in that quick 30-second decision. For real. So it was the choice that I had to make in that moment to stay still. Like, I heard a voice within, like God told me, be still, don't move. I knew that, like, people would normally run from a gun, whatever. I knew within that moment that the Lord protected me, so I knew not to move. There was no reason to. Because he was the person who had the gun was the real one who was scared. For real. So I had a choice. That moment to either let my emotions get the best of me and go run after him, go rage and end up dying, or just stay still, chill, relax. He ain't even getting nothing anyway. I don't keep nothing valuable in my car. Come on, man. So just chill. He run off, do whatever. I get to go home and go to sleep in my bed. You dig? I get to make it home with a sound mind. I can process all this later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Yeah, man. Sometimes you just gotta take them choices.
That's real, bro.
Split second.
That's real. And I'm glad and honored that you chose that. Because him not making that one decision, he wouldn't have been able to be here today.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We still got, life still goes on. We still got to do what we got to do, keep things cool, calm, collected. But real stuff like this be happening.
It happens.
You're not the only person. It happens to us. You're not the only person that stuff happens to.
It happens to us.
Come
on. We choose. We're making a conscious decision to react the way that we react because somebody got to be the bigger person.
Facts. Somebody has to break the cycle, bro.
Somebody got to break the cycle.
Somebody has to break the cycle.
Because it's like,
Shouts out to Rose too. You got DJ Richie Rose in the back.
But like, as much as we hear, I'm saying, being a bigger person, everybody got their own this depiction of being a bigger person. Whether it's the right or wrong way, people choose the wrong way more than choose the right way. And that's more so leaving that it calms you and not, you know what I'm saying, you resort to violence. And you see more people still to this day, you resort to violence and you're letting emotions are going over instead of just like, you know what I'm saying, take a moment to breathe. Think about it on the situation and what all the outcomes is. It's a lot of outcomes in not only in that time that you're in, but like multiple times, like you're in your head thinking about all these things, what to do, but you also got your emotions, that's your second mind, that's like do this, do that, but you gotta listen to yourself in that moment, so that way, okay, I'm not about to make a choice because I can tell this can lead on to something bad, later wrong. First is I'm gonna take this route, which is a good route, and it's no bad blood on either side, or it's issues with either side because it's going now because, you know what I'm saying, they be talking away, but a lot of people nowadays, they find simple situations not talked about and negotiable with that person. They just feel like, oh nah, man, it's over me and this person right here. Yeah. I'm crash out about this, I'm crash out about that. Like that is stupid. I'm so ready to be accepted by the streets. And
freaking everything else that y'all see that is cool, but then y'all understand like it's other people in life that's gonna look at you like, bro, you can do something better than this, but instead you want to be in the streets.
Come on now.
Letting these people tell you do this, do that,
Come on now.
while you risking your freedom and
now.
your life at the same time. So
Can't
that's why
allow-
I'm saying here, like,
You can't allow
choose-
society's
choose your right and wrong, and rather the society right and wrong. 'Cause everybody ain't right and wrong.
And that's big right there.
Facts.
That's big right there. And I got now real. And I got an important question. I also want interaction from the audience with this next question that I'm about to ask. First, we're gonna go ahead and get into the business commercial for the businesses that made it for this week. So please make sure that y'all tap in. If you are liking what you're hearing, send us some stars. Hey, come on, send us some stars. Support
some
y'all,
love,
brothers.
dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Love.
Show some love. You know what's up. We really know. Send some comments, send some likes and everything. But you are tuning in with
Try.
Vice. Shouts out to Our Black Media Network. We will be right back. Let's go ahead and get it. What is going on? We are now back with
Try.
Make sure you're following, sharing, supporting businesses that you're seeing being showcased. The first one is Donna's Delicious Delights. Please make sure that you tap in. All her information is located right there inside of that clip. And the next one is Our Black Media Network, where we're streaming on live right
Come
now.
on now. Come on now. One
Please
time.
make sure that you stay tuned in. We got all the different shows that is listed on there right now. Whatever you need is there for it. Let's get it. I'll be back with it. So, the question, back to what we were speaking on earlier. We spoke about Will. I would like to speak about the conflict resolution that was demonstrated by Mr. Chris Rock. Now, of course, there's so many various different ways that we can perceive this, but of course, we got this one side, man, you soft, man, I would have went crazy, blah, blah, blah. We got this side, man, if it would have looked stupid if y'all just both fighting on the stage, woo.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are we at with it?
So boom, 100. This is one thing I got to say. Chris Rock, I feel, did what he was supposed to do in the moment, only because Will wasn't getting paid to be there. Chris Rock was getting paid to be there. He's the host of the Oscars. They paid him $500,000, like maybe $500,000 to be there. Now, if he would have retaliated with Will was there as a campaign to win an Oscar, not for money. You dig what I'm saying? So, Will, if Chris Rock would have responded and it would have been them two fighting on this white on stage, like it would have made us look bad, for real, look worse. And Chris Rock definitely would have lost out on his bread. You know what I'm saying? So Chris Rock definitely did what he needed to do professionally in that moment to not to retaliate and even make a slight joke about it, even though he was belittled heavily in that moment, you know. So yeah, he was embarrassed, but he got the money on the back end, no cap. And I don't even know if y'all knew this, but Chris Rock recently, like he's starting a tour date now, and since that moment happened, his date's been sold out.
And what is
what is out?
I'm gonna tap in on that. I'm gonna let Lee share his out.
All right. Okay, all right. This, I guess, is a question for y'all. All right. So, like how you say, you're right. He had something on the line, which was money. So, okay, all right. With us knowing what we know, when it comes to like money and you know what I'm saying, you know what you would do for money, what you would do for the dollar, what you want, and integrity and things like that, and beyond just him being just beyond, like, you know what I'm saying, like me personally, I feel like how Chris Rock responded was like a robot. I'm gonna keep that job okay. It wasn't natural. He malfunctioned. It was a glitch. It was like beep boop. Like, and of course he wasn't expecting that. Of course, so I understand. But it was like how you say, in that moment, it was the best thing for him to do because he had something on the line. But and going back to like the money, the stuff on the back end. So now my question is, okay, is it worth it though? Is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Real spill. You know what I'm saying? Like, just on the money tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the integrity tip, on the beyond. I don't want to just make it seem like a pride thing, like a prideful thing. But like,
your
come
name is on the line,
bro.
Like, your reputation is on the line.
Yeah, come on.
Got slapped.
Yeah,
on national television.
And I'm not saying he should have just, but I do think he should have at least, like, come on, as black men, the idea of us is so messed up. The nature of us is so misconstrued. I think he could at least stood on his tenet and been like, yo, like, come on, we not even in the Oscars anymore. Yeah. We're not even here. These people not here. Let's talk. We can go backstage. Somebody else can host this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I'm looking at it. So I would ask y'all, it's like being on the job. We all don't work jobs. And it's like we being on the job, a customer service job, and somebody just come and they rowdy. But this particular time, they take it there. They take it there. What would y'all do? How would y'all respond to that? How would y'all respond if y'all was on the opposite end of the stick? How would y'all respond?
That's real. For one, shouts out to emotional intelligence. Two,
and with y'all being who y'all are now, y'all have how would y'all respond?
So first and foremost, shouts out to my family, shouts to the LME, shouts out to the Pain, shouts out to the whole family, real. Shouts out to my brothers, real deal. Shouts out to my brothers, real deal. So first and foremost, I recently did see something saying that Chris Rock was dropping something titled Ego Death. So I feel like, for one, this is a time when we all, this is why I say everybody's showing themselves. We all are just getting showcased. Just the normal things that we all be going, it's making it real. It's making it normal. Because at a point in time, he said that happened. People didn't even know that could really happen with people like that. Yeah. But it's just like one of us. Now, of course, us and our minds and our body stay where we at now. We able to process this stuff. But to the normal eye, it ain't no telling what's going on. Me personally, if I was Chris Rock during that time, he got everything on the line right there. So I'm almost certain when he's thinking and processing this, look, bro, if I retaliate with you at this very moment, that's going to look worse on us in the long run. You got somebody looking at it short term, somebody looking at it long term. Chris was playing that long term game because at the end of the day, even though he did get slapped right there, as time passes, that's going to fall back on Will and his wife, especially on his wife, because she having to you had to be over that. You had to be cool with that. You feel me? And that's something that's
the look
it's the look
that made him get up and do that.
But those ain't just regular people that made it to them seats though. I mean, these are years and years of work in this field, all that type stuff. So my thing is, me personally, in this very moment right now, I would not have attacked him back. You definitely would have heard from me right then and there and after. I would have had to make him like, I would have had to bring him to this moment right here, like, yo, you gonna do that on national television, knowing what we up against right now?
Right. Or you was gonna
That would have been a walk of shame. Like, and a slight reaction may have been a slight reaction, but like that's what I said before. We speaking on this from looking at it in a calm, cool, calm, collected state, and that's why I'm like, we need to have plans prepared just in case something like this happens. So when something like that happens, second nature, we doing what we already had planned on. You know what I mean? That's what I said. We got it. What's your strategy? What's your exit strategy?
Okay, boom. So boom, keep coming up. So this is kind of my take on it, or my retaliation, if you will. My reaction would be, if I was in Chris Rock's position, being me, I probably would not have hit him, even though I wanted to jump on him in that moment. I probably would not have. What my comeback joke would have been, it would have been way better. I'd have been like, dang, Will, that's all you got? I always thought Cena hit it harder than that.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like that way, making sure you playing on your favor, on your skill set. You dig what I'm saying? Will felt like he had a point to prove, rah and all that. This is Chris Rock we talking about. This is like it's really that moment. I really felt like it was like almost like a bully. On somebody to be 100. But
that's exactly
if Chris Rock took that point of view and just honed in on his skill set and used that and like amplified that, man, it would have been over with, dog. It would have been over with. So I can't really knock him for what his mind went blank. He just got shot. You know what I'm saying? But even still, I probably would have I would have got on him. Got him.
And that's something that we will always forever have something to say. But I know one thing for sure. Y'all finna catch this.
Yo, what's happening? Okay. So, I'm presenting y'all with my wisdom of the day. You are who you say you are. So, going back to like what bro was saying, about like, our own personal situations where we had to have emotional intelligence and we had to have mastery over our emotions. It was a time period like, I'm somebody who I don't only just say it, but I am a peaceful person. This is me saying it. Yeah. So if I'm a peaceful person, eventually I'm gonna be tested on it. If I'm an individual who stands and believe in love and true and unconditional love and understanding, and if I don't take anything personal, I say it all the time, I have to stand and not taking things personal. So like it was like I think it was like 2020, and we have a neighbor across from my grandma's house, and this particular week, for some reason, he would just pipe. He was amped up. For this particular week, he was just popping. He was doing a lot of talking, rah-rahing. He was drinking. He was loud. You know what I'm saying? He was carrying that energy. Carrying that energy. So it was one particular day. It was my mom, my granddad, my brother's father, and I think my brother outside. And they was helping with my brother's truck. They was helping my brother's truck. So one of my lady friends had just pulled up, and so I went outside. So I looked, and I'm like, okay, they got it. They don't need my help. So I went on to do what I was about to do. So him being him, he just looking and watching at what I'm doing. So he felt some type of way that I wasn't helping my brother and my grandfather and my brother dad with whatever was going on with his truck. Exactly. So mind you, before this, his spirit was antagonizing my spirit days before, and I was ignoring him. Even everybody noticing, my granddad, my mom, everybody noticing it. They noticing he owned one. So I'm ignoring it. So he just started yapping. He just started going like, I'm talking cash money. I'm like, no. It's like he was trying to embarrass me. And I'm like, yo, Mr. Joe, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? Like, cuz, like, I respect, like, what's going on? Like, where's it coming from? So in that moment, he had made me so mad. I wanted to tell him I feel like as a man, the most disrespectful thing to tell another man is SMD. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt. I really felt that. I wanted to tell him that because I'm like, yo, you tripping. So I was mad. And my mom, she was talking to me. She was trying to calm me down. I'm talking to my granddad. I'm trying to explain to him what the situation is. I feel like my granddad being soft. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. So I went in the backyard and I meditated. And I meditated for about like 10 minutes. I just calmed down. It started raining. I meditated in the rain. And I was like, you know what? I was like, before I respond, I'm gonna tell my granddad what happened because one, I don't want to ruin their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess up what's going on. So I'm gonna tell him how I feel. And I'm like, tomorrow I'm gonna go talk to him as a man. So that was my whole idea. And the next day when it came, I talked to my granddad about it. My granddad, he told me, he was like, if you want to do this, stand on it. Okay, cool. That's all I need to hear. 100. So the next day I went back and I was waiting, like I was watching film, waiting for him to come outside. Like on some people, I was waiting for him to come outside. I was looking out the window, waiting on him to come outside. So yeah, he finally came outside. Immediately I went outside. Before I did that, I had anxiety. I had sat there, I breathed, I took my time, I breathed. I calmed myself down. I got in my skin in my body, and I went outside, and then I had hollered at him. And when I talked to him, and I told him how I felt, and I told him I had to remind him of his actions. I had to remind him of different things he did. You know what I'm saying? Leading up, he didn't even remember it. And he told me how he felt. He told me he felt like because I wasn't helping, he felt like I could have been helping. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I'm like, okay, I respect that. But I'm like, Mr. George, anything you got going on in your world cross your street. I don't even cross that boundary. How do you feel so entitled to come over here to somebody else's house and tell them how to do things when all it's so much drama and negativity that's in your world that we don't even speak on, we don't have anything to do with, that we stay out of. So why do you feel so entitled to come over here and speak? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? So after that moment that we had, his respect for me grew. Like he respected the boundary. He didn't do any of that for like 2 years. His first time, I could tell when he rides by, he doesn't know to say anything, bump the horn or anything. But like just probably a couple weeks ago, excuse me, he just did it. He finally did it. You know what I'm saying? We here, we eye to eye. And sometimes you have to do things. You have to stand on. You have to respect. You know what I'm saying? And going back to what somebody said about pride can get you hurt or killed, you're right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You rightfully so. Like what Tim just said about the story he had with the whole. I went through a similar situation in that same parking lot with a whole other person who had a gun in their hand. They pointed the gun at me. I had to stand there as a man and look him in his eyes and dare him not to shoot me. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't being prideful, but I had to stand on my 10. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, going back to just because with me knowing about ego, me knowing about pride, ego kills relationships, pride kills relationships. I know when to put aside my pride and my ego, and I know when I need to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that our spirit, our soul is our sauce, and our ego is our flavor. We have to have both. You can't have one and the other. You have to have both. So
drop some stars in the comments. Come on, man.
That was slave, man. Come on, dog. Say that one more time.
For real, I believe that our spirit and our soul is our sauce, and our ego is our flavor. What they taste when we give it to them. You know what I'm saying? So I know when to put it to the side, and I know when I need to walk in it. I'm an artist. I'm a rapper. I have to have an ego. You know what I'm saying? I have to believe. I have to be confident enough to believe in myself. You see what I'm saying? But also, I'm not head over heels about myself the way I would get lost in my life. And I'm better than you. I'm a better person. Like nah. But we eye to eye. We going forever. So I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you're at. I don't care how the world view you. You can be the president. Be eye to eye. Be eye to eye. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Just like you a man. You bleed just like I bleed. You know what I'm saying? And not even, just to say this real quick, I come from the source. That right there alone, we come from the source. We anointed. That right there alone, we already walk different because we anointed by God. It's black individuals, it's melanated individuals. So that's a whole nother
Straight up.
a whole
I
bet
nother
you wanna
flavor.
get
A
out.
whole
Come
nother-
on
you
now.
know what I'm saying?
You better
So
do
it's all
that.
about you actually knowing who you really are on the soul level, not from the ego standpoint
from
of
the-
what you've been through. I'm talking about the soul, why you here, why you existing. So that's all I got to say though. On that
Nah,
tip.
that's,
And
that's,
that's
that's
all.
real. Nah, that's definitely real. Shouts out to that. You feel me? The show is definitely getting close. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I be want to be them good shows.
Yeah, man.
But-
This time flying.
Hey, best believe that we still
That's
got
how
it for you though.
Yeah.
What it is. Let's put it on now, show. What is going on? This is your boy 2 Benji. That's number 2 BNJII. And we are now back with the artist tip of the day. All creatives, all artists, no matter what you got in the background, grab you a pen, grab you a paper, and grab you, because it's time to get it. The tip that I got for y'all today, we're going to keep it simple, but it speaks volumes. Be original.
Oh, Lord.
Now,
For real.
as an artist and as a creator, that can mean whatever to you personally. But I want everybody to please remember this. The thing that'll make you stand out and differentiate you from everybody else is being you.
Facts.
The way to stand out is to be you. Now, a lot of times what we got to get over is that feeling of feeling like we aren't enough. But I want this one affirmation I want to make sure that you get ingrained in your head and you say every single day. Because as an artist, it's a must that you have a strong sense of mental motivation and mental strength. Because you got to deal with so much. You got to deal with so many people's opinions on a constant basis. So many people trying to direct you, you know, like all types of things as if you don't have a mind.
Right.
And so much. So please remember that you are the key to unlock in any door. Self-admission is the key in any door. You have to admit yourself. So like, I want you to really put that into perspective. Any door that's supposed to be open for you, the only person that can admit it is you. And you only can admit that once you realize who you truly are. So being original is a real deal thing. You can't duplicate, because when you start duplicating, you're taking further and further away from you. And I just seen this on the interview too. Shouts out to David Never Sleeps. It was said by Miss Renee Brown. And what she said was, when you try to duplicate, the only thing you can think about is the original.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? When you are trying to duplicate, the only thing you can think about is the original. So it's best to go ahead and be you. Now look, a lot of times once you start to embody that true self, there will be others that will start to catch wind in that, catch whiff of that, and they'll start trying to take that and put that in their pocket. But just like we said, you can't duplicate, because they're gonna be thinking about the original. It's all going off of you. You are the trendsetter. You created. So as a creative, as an artist, please make sure that you remember to stay original, to remember to be you. Remember why you started. Remember why you did it. For real.
Something
real.
original, something symbolic.
Real.
Something deep.
For real.
Real,
Something
bro.
original, something symbolic. Seriously.
Because I mean, people can't duplicate you, dog. Like, honestly, I have trouble replicating myself, if that makes sense. Because I'm gonna be real, dog.
real.
Like, real.
Maybe just
So,
smile.
bro, for real. Okay,
For
so
real.
I'm an artist. I have recorded a number of different songs, right?
Yeah.
I have this one song that's out on all platforms. Smile. Go ahead, search it up right now. Tim with a Y. Smile. Smile with a Y, by the way. So I'm recording this song, Smile, right? And something happens with the beat where I need to redo the beat, and I'm thinking I need to re-record the song itself. I'm telling you, I'm trying to re-record the same song that I recorded before, and I can't do it the same way. Whoever this guy was in this moment, that's him. You dig what I'm saying? And I can't fight that process.
And that's him that he's talking about now.
And that's me that I'm talking about. Like,
saying?
that's an original feeling that I was feeling in that moment that I can't even replicate later on, if that makes sense. So why would I even try to replicate somebody else's feelings that I've never even felt before? You know what I'm saying? Or I've never even experienced. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I just gotta, stay focused and know that there's nothing new under the sun. But because nobody else can do me how I do me, that's how I become original. That's how I'm one of a kind, divine type thing, you know? So yeah, bro.
Yeah. So saying like, you know what I'm saying, being original, I'm looking at y'all three right here and like knowing y'all three have like y'all have your own style and just like your own sound, whatever, and knowing we listen to different artists, whether it's local or, you know what I'm saying, mainstream or underground. And sometimes we can listen to all these artists, but you can still pick up how some of them either mimic the artists that they listen to,
Come on now,
inspired enough,
or
hey, this DJ Richie Rose now, his profession is a DJ.
Just copying off the artists. Because I can sit here and jam any artist in Savannah and guarantee you, majority of them side going to be like in that drill, young boy.
Yeah.
And they won't be in that area, in that field of music, but then you got the other side where I can tell y'all want to be in an alternative sound, but majority of y'all sound like Uzi, Cardi, like y'all in that category where it's like, bro,
like the new wave at.
I understand that's the wave and all this. Like, I love, feel like, one, y'all gotta get credit to the producers out here, not only trying to sound like other producers as well, but they middle like, I don't know, their songs.
Yeah, even the producers.
But not only like they found producer songs, but like they try to at least make their own songs out of that, from that inspiration. Right. And going back to the other artists, like a lot of y'all, I can't say y'all good, but it's more so like if y'all can make like a deep behind song where like it's y'all instead of trying to like mimic or trying to rap, sound like the artist.
Because everybody toting guns, everybody on the rah-rah, everybody selling pounds, everybody doing this and like.
And then like majority of y'all be so like caught up in that imagery of seeing other artists do it. And like y'all, bro, listen, y'all caught up in this imagery of the artists. And have y'all not living like this?
Straight up.
Have y'all was doing something very productive.
Y'all
clothes.
Y'all are big kids.
Doing big kids. If I do music, I was supposed to trap. That don't make sense. How you gonna be an artist and decide you want to trap at the same time, knowing that that's more of a bigger risk. Just being a rapper, because a rapper already got no money to worry about. Okay, who's with me for real? Yeah. Who's against me? Who I know gonna be in there for long run and all this. And I'm saying like, yeah, bro, like straight up, y'all can't live in a world where it's like I want to copy off this artist here and just think I'm blow. No, it's not.
A lot of people get in the music industry to get out of the street.
Yes.
Some people, and I'm not understanding why it's becoming some type of a norm for people to get into music and then want to get in the street. I'm like, for what?
So, like y'all, originality is key. But we are approaching the last few minutes. We do have one segment. Please, audience, if you got any questions, we got enough time for one question. Then we got to go ahead and let the events go and go and get to the next show. Enough time for one question. If you enjoy what's been here today, please make sure you send some stars, comments, like, give us all the follow, give us all the shout out.
Right back. You did.
What is going on? We are now back with
Tribe.
No lies. We got enough for one question. We got to get to the events. Let's go ahead and get it. We got Jayla Lawton. What was one of the greatest hurdles you've gotten over or are currently getting over? Let's go ahead and get straight to it. Would anybody like to answer that first?
I'll go ahead and do it. All right, cool. So greatest hurdles that I have accomplished, first and foremost, is actually two of them. I'm actually currently living my dream. This guy here would be the little me's dream. You dig what I'm saying? I'm actually recording, mixing, mastering music full time, not even going to a regular 9-to-5 type thing. That was one of my goals. Another thing that I'm currently overcoming right now is keeping my freedom. Keeping my freedom for real, because there's a lot of trials and tribulation that I went through in the past lives, in the past mindsets that I had that tried to have some hurdles and place some hurdles in my future, tried to trip me up and stuff, and I had to, had to get up off them, and you know what I'm saying, and get right on the right path, you know what I'm saying, so I can keep my life clear and free. Yeah, that's my. Yeah,
okay, my brother. And extremely grateful for you too, bro. For real.
That's real, bro.
Nah, that's real, bro.
Real,
Trust, and
real.
it's felt. Love this brother.
Love y'all, man. Real that. I love y'all.
Jay Bird for one. That was a 555. Praise God.
555.
Hey,
Let's
put
go.
fives in the comments.
555 in the
Leave the fives
comments.
in the
Come
comments.
on, dog.
Hey,
It's time for change. You ready for it?
Hey, make it. All right, you got a minute left. Look, great question, Jayla. I'm not even gonna lie to you. For one, a major hurdle that I had to get over was having self-confidence. I used to be the person turning myself down. Imagine being that person everybody see is confident and walking like that. But you don't even feel that
within yourself. And
it's like, yo, what am I doing wrong? What's going on? And it's like a certain part that people wanted you to play, but you weren't even feeling like you could play that part.
Right.
So it's like you battling it, but it's like this is what you wanted. And for a long time, I had to struggle with that, and that's just self. That's just me finding self-confidence, and that took me down the line of really me dating myself again. I had to start dating myself again, learning myself again. I treat myself like a relationship. I'm gonna keep
straight
it
up, bro. That's cool.
I'm in a relationship with myself, for real. Like we gotta make sure we're in one, because that's one of the biggest things is getting that comfortability, you know. And the current hurdle I'm facing, man, right now is making sure that all the negativity, making sure that I am staying inside of my body and not allowing outside external factors to disrupt what I got going on. I'm putting that down right now. Lean, what you want?
Okay, the biggest thing I had to overcome so far in my journey is losing my grandma and not being able to do the things that I wanted to do, told her I would do for her, and let her see before she transitioned. So that was probably, I could say, the biggest thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just had to realize the journey is still going. I'm still here, and she's still with me, and she still sees it.
Facts.
100. Amen. Bro. All right, we got to go ahead and tap out. Bro, let them know what the event is. Let them know
quick,
we got going.
April 9th. If you don't know, April 9th, bro, we're having a Tribe Fest Spirit Bomb, all right? Come through at the Stables from 4 to 10. Next Saturday, April 9th. We having all type of games, one-on-one basketball tournament, tug of war, water balloon fights, plus performances, food, drinks. Come enjoy yourself. We'll all be performing. Tickets are available right now. Tickets are available right now. Go to the Soul Tribe page and hit the link in the description. It'll take you directly to the
tickets. Are $15 online at the door. At day of it's $20. So
get them now. Get them now.
Get them now. This Friday we have Freestyle Friday, and this time it will be hosted near the SCAD campus around the Hive next to Stoner's Pizza Joint. So we're gonna be outside downtown early, outside spitting. So if you have the chance, if you ride by, stop by, jump in, honk the horn. You get what I'm saying?
What time?
1 to 3. 1 to 3.
It might last longer, but who knows?
Yeah,
yes. So once again, you are now tuned in with
Tribe.
Please make sure you follow us on all social media pages. That is SOLTR1BE Freestyle Friday, April the 9th. All Black Media Network. We is out.
We out. Tribe vibes.
So Tribe
vibes.
So Tribe
vibes.
like this. I like this.